$180,000 withdrawal. You keep $72,000. The IRS takes $108,000. Here's why the 10% penalty is only the beginning. You've been disciplined. You maxed out your 401k at $23,500 for 2024. Added another $7,000 to your IRA. Combined $30,500 per year into retirement accounts. Over a decade, that's $305,000. Maybe your balance sits at $500,000 or higher. You did everything right, then the layoff happens or your business hits a wall or a family crisis demands cash. You think, I'll just tap my retirement account, pay the 10% penalty and move on. That's the belief most high earners carry. And it's exactly 20% of the actual cost. Here's the reality according to IRS Publication 590B. $180,000 early withdrawal before age 59. 5 doesn't trigger just a 10% penalty. The withdrawn amount is treated as ordinary income in the year you withdraw it. You're a $500,000 plus household earner. You're in the 37% federal tax bracket. That's 37% federal plus the 10% penalty plus state income tax. In California, that's another 3%. New York, 9%. Even Texas adds state tax at the margin for income above $400K in some contexts. Average across high tax states, 13%. So the math, $180,000 withdrawal. Federal tax at 37%, $66,600 state income tax at 9% average, $16,200 early withdrawal penalty at 10%, $18,000 total tax and penalty, $100,800 amount you actually receive, $79,200 you lose 56% of the withdrawal. A $250,000 gap between intention and net outcome. But it gets worse if your balance is larger. Withdraw $500,000 from a $2 million account. Federal tax at 37%. $185,000 state tax at 9%, $45,000 penalty at 10%, $50,000 total, $280,000 in taxes and fees net in your hand, $220,000 you lost, $280,000. That's wealth destruction in a single event. And this assumes no alternative minimum tax, AMP, kicks in, which it often does for high earners hitting large ordinary income additions in a single year. The IRS could recalculate and add another 10–15% on top of the 37%. Here's why most people miss this. They focus on the 10% penalty in isolation. It's just 10%. But the IRS doesn't charge the penalty instead of income tax, it charges both. The penalty stacks on top of your marginal rate. And for a $500K earner, that marginal rate is 37%. The combination is lethal. Now the good news and why you should stay through the end of this video. The IRS actually permits 3 legal exceptions that let you access retirement funds before 59. 5 without the penalty. Most financial advisors don't mention them because they require planning, not just a simple withdrawal. First exception, Rule 72T or SEP, substantially equal periodic payments. If you set up a schedule of equal annual distributions based on IRS life expectancy tables, you can withdraw penalty-free. The catch, you're locked in. You must take the same amount every year for 5 years or until age 59. 5, whichever is longer. For $500K account, that might mean $50K per year for 7 years. No flexibility, but 0 penalty. Second exception, Roth conversion ladder. Move pre-tax 401K or traditional IRA money into a Roth IRA through a conversion. Pay taxes on the conversion amount in that year, yes, upfront tax cost, but then wait 5 years and pull it out penalty-free. It's a strategy for people with time and cash flow to absorb the conversion tax in year 1. Third exception, disability or medical hardship. The IRS defines specific criteria. You must be unable to engage in any substantial gainful work. Rare, but if you qualify, no penalty applies. The research shows that fewer than 8% of high-income households know these exist. They opt instead for early withdrawal, surrender 50% plus of the amount, and then regret it. Or they liquidate taxable brokerage accounts at capital gains rates, which can be nearly as expensive and triggers potential AMT on top. The lesson, before you touch a pre-59, 5 retirement account, consult the 3 exceptions. Run the math on Rule 72T. It might save you $100,000 on a $500K access. Numbers do not lie, listen to them.